Tutonia APs, looking like Weez. Haven't seen
Bleeding, shout out, I'm bleeding. What's bad? Welcome back to another edition of the 1 a.m. podcast. I'm Rashad Milligan, joined here by RB Mo and Jelani. Boys, how are y'all doing today?
I'm good, bro. What's going on?
Man, you know I can't call it. Mo was good.
Hey, what's good, y'all? Boy, RB checking in, man. Can't complain, bro. You know, in the 30 club now, so life is good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy belated once again on air to that boy Mo knows, man. Yeah, we both unk now. Jelani, he still got a
Did
few
y'all hear
years,
any of that?
a few months. What'd you say, Mo?
Yeah, no, you just got a little delay on the camera, but we hear you though. You know what I mean? Welcoming you to the 30 club. I'm not 30 yet. I won't be 30 till November. You feel me? But I'm looking forward to it. I actually I kind of just want to get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like you already have a pretty old soul, so it's like
I feel like being 30 is like being like the youngest old person. Like you're not really
100%.
old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're not really old, but like I know when I was like 18, 19, and I would meet people who were in their like 30s or whatever. They were ancient to me. Like they were a fossil at that point.
Yeah, if you was like Layla's age, for sure, you'd be like 30. That's an old
I
man.
definitely, yeah. But you got to think. I was thinking about this, like in about 10 to 15 years, being able to say that we were in grade school when 9/11 happened. That's gonna be crazy to tell someone
Yeah.
born in like 2015, 10, 15 years from now.
Or just the fact that we were born in the 90s period, in the 1900s.
Yeah. No, that's gonna be insane in like 20 years.
Yeah, I was born in the 1900s, man.
In the 1900s. It's crazy how time flies. Like
Yeah, no, for sure. What was the other thing I wanted to say about time and just like it being 2025? I can't even remember because like I say, I always have like my two little old facts I always go back to. I remember when Michael Jackson released his first album, and remember when LeBron James was in high school.
And his last album.
Yeah.
He said it was his first album. That's when our parents were kids.
Oh yeah,
That is crazy. We are like that is crazy to think about that we were kids when Michael Jackson put out his last album.
Yeah, because you have to think like the kids now. Michael Jackson's been dead for as long as they can remember.
He passed away in 2009. That was 16 years ago.
Yeah,
that was the summer before we started high school. Like that was a very long time ago.
Do you remember where you were when Michael Jackson died?
Yeah, I do, because back to the point that it was 2009. So I'm at my grandma's house watching TV, and I didn't even have a cell phone yet. Like I think I got my first real cell phone like later on that year. But my mom called my grandma's house phone. People don't even have house phones anymore. Yeah, and then she told me, I turned to CNN, and it was I think it was like either the same day or the day before the 2009 draft, which is
it was the same day. It was the same day. It was a Thursday.
Which is wild because I'm a Warriors fan. That was the day we drafted Steph Curry.
Wow.
I was a Warriors fan before that too, by the way. So yeah, like that was it was wild. Like he took over. They were playing his videos on MTV for like a good 2 weeks after that.
I think they gave him a moment of silence at the draft.
They probably did. Do you remember, like, because this happened right after the whole Chris Brown Rihanna situation? Do you remember like Chris Brown gave that performance when he was like breaking down, crying?
Yeah, the BET Awards.
Yeah, that was
and like because he died on Thursday and the BET Awards were on Sunday.
That was crazy timing for him. That was, I mean, I don't want to make light of it, but like that definitely, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't even know how to talk about that without saying something crazy. So
you seen he was spun the block this weekend with Carucci. He had Carucci laughing, man.
Carucci. That was a crazy ad lib.
It worked. It worked. He got his girl back, or he's working to get his girl back. He had her smiling now. That's like the first step, you know.
Hey, Mo, I'm feeling the shades, by the way. Like, not even being funny. It might
Just on
still be
double A Peasy, looking like Wheezy.
a little slight delay, but
But yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. While Mo's getting set up still and everything, uh, he had himself a weekend. I'm ready to really talk to Mo about this weekend and stuff like that, and get the 9 0 on on it and things of that sort. But
wait, hold on. I just want to say to our visual watchers, I'm hitting the barbershop this week. I know my beard is looking crazy right now. You see, I got the do rag on. It's a rough situation. Like I just I want to acknowledge that I'm a very self aware guy. So don't worry, man. We gonna get this together in the next few days or so. But I'm looking nuts right now. I'm on my freeway from Rockefeller type vibe right now.
I thought you was like having like your Anthony Hamilton moment.
Yeah, like I look like a little like Anthony Hamilton, like music soul childish right now.
Yeah, I've been on the like the homeless. I've made it like kind of like my brand now. It's like at the point where if you see me clean cut, you like Rashad, what's going on? Are you okay? Like what's going on? And I'm like, nah, my friend just made me do it for his wedding. Um, but yeah, man, it's I don't know if it feels freeing. It's like I always kind of in a way wanted to push like society and the professional world of like accepting me for me regardless. Like so I wanted to push them as uncomfortable as they could possibly be. And has it held me back from potential opportunity? Probably. But do I care? No, because it's like if you accept me at that, then I'm not even really being who I am. Mm,
Mm, yeah,
message.
yeah, I remember Jay-Z, like he gave like an old interview and he was talking about I mean, I'm sure he switched up from back then. Like eventually he started wearing suits and stuff like that. But he was saying back then that like he used to wear like throwback jerseys and stuff like that to like big business meetings just to like throw the people off and to let them know like this is who you really dealing with. You know what I mean? Like you're not about to get a fake version of who I am in this meeting. So yeah, I get where you're coming from for sure.
He also made the song Change Clothes though, so
Yo, listen, like here's the thing, right? So I like Change Clothes as a song. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's the first single that they should have went with off that album, but I do like that song. He definitely we were too young, like we were kids to be going to the club, obviously. But like I know for the older generation, he definitely had them wearing like the Burlington Coat Factory button ups, like the fit that Usher wore in the Yeah video with the jean suit jacket with the jeans with the fitted. Like that was a look for a good 3 or 4 years. You know what I mean? Like the Burlington Coat Factory uh mannequin outfit.
but with the big baggy button down and
Nasty era.
the
Just
sneakers
very yeah,
with
very
the
nasty
fitted
era.
on top. When the fitted tilted to the side is crazy.
With a pair of like Nike Shocks or something like that. Gross times.
But the preppy white boy black boy era, that was also a time too. Had people like dressing up like they was in a white frat just for like no reason for about 3 4 years.
We
I
we
love
lived
that era. I thought
we
that
lived
era
through
was
that.
pretty funny. That like black people just took white people's like look and just ran with it at the club.
Those were our high school years. Like
Yeah,
the Sperry's, um the polo. It was, like polo was popping before then, but it was like a specific type of polo that was like popping around that time. Like yeah, the
Black
Aeropostale
Surf was
outfit.
kind of like the anthem of it. It kind of like set the scene for the entire
No,
generation.
I would say what really popped it off was Travis Porter, Black Boy, White Boy.
Yeah, what about Party Like a Rock Star? That was a little bit before.
Yeah, that was like '06. I feel like we were still in the baggy white tee era at that point.
It was, but I felt like that might have been the start of the shift to acting like white boys. Because when Wasted come out,
2009.
see now we talking. All right, so say Party Like a Rock Star came out '06, Wasted came out '09.
Wait, hold on. I do want to take the time just to acknowledge the homie. Like we you know what I mean. He hasn't gotten to speak yet because you know what I mean.
Oh yeah. I was
Yeah.
waiting for him to jump in.
I mean, yeah, I didn't want to interrupt y'all. I mean, I
We was
agree
only
with
talking back
Jelani
and
with
forth
that.
because you weren't in.
No. I was, I
Yeah,
noticed my boy. Yeah.
yeah. No, I feel like definitely in my personal opinion, it was Travis Porter with the Black Boy White Boy when they made that song. Because I feel like Party Like a Rock Star was like, I don't think nobody was really like, all right, let me start dressing like a white boy. I feel like, like the vibe of the song was cool, but I don't think that really people was like start dressing a certain way from it. But Black Boy, White Boy, like when they really just start listing Hollister, American Eagle, Aeropostale, like all that stuff, Abercrombie, like they listed out for you. They set the blueprint. Like
Mhm.
this is what we putting on, you know?
Yeah. No, I
So,
remember we
I
were.
feel
My bad, bro. I ain't gonna cut you off.
oh go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I remember we were like eighth grade when the song came out, and I just remember it was already starting to happen. Like you were starting to see like kids wearing Hollister and you know Abercrombie, all the brands you just listed. But I feel like that song was the first time when somebody really acknowledged like it was like a shift fashion wise happening around the time.
Yeah, y'all were
Facts.
right. Looking back at the dates, because this is January 2009, and this is October 2009.
Mhm.
And I guess would you give that credit to Plies?
Wait, what you mean?
Plies is the one that said, "I don't ain't like the white boy, but I do get wasted like the white boy."
Plies was he might have said that, but I don't. Plies was I don't think anybody ever looked at Plies as like a fashion influence.
Okay, all right.
You- Well, hold on, let me take that back because the goon mask before the shiesty mask, the goon mask was a thing. I do got to give Plies credit for that.
The
Facts.
hotel robe.
Yeah, I think when it comes to like the fashion part of like going into the Black Boy White Boy, like Travis Porter kind of really, at least for Atlanta, really jump started that a lot. I think like the getting wasted like the white boys and stuff like that, like the totally dude. I think there was I think it made somewhat of partying with white people and things of that nature a lot more like seen to be more cool and more fun. But I think like fashion wise, it was like like Black Boy White Boy was really kind of set it off in my opinion. Cause I remember, bro, UCA came out January 2009, and that was us going from Marietta Middle to Marietta High. And now we're not having to wear uniforms. And I remember just listening to that song, like, all right, so this is why I need to cop. I need to get this. I need to get this. And yeah, so that like for me personally, that set a blueprint for how like I dressed going into high school.
Y'all had it good. Now that I think about it, because I didn't go to Marietta Middle, but the fact that y'all probably hated it at the time that y'all had to wear uniforms, but like looking back on it, that probably saved a lot of kids from getting picked on. Because
No. We still got roasted. Trust.
no, I know kids got roasted, but it probably like it was
Okay.
at a middle school where you had your own like where there was no dress code where you had to wear whatever like especially during the preteen years when kids are ruthless. It was
Because
rough, bro.
you get roasted about your shoes.
That is true.
So
That
it's
is true.
like if your shoes look dingy, your dirty ass shoes, no.
We got to give Young Joe his flowers too for the Black Boy White Boy movement. Yeah, because him,
100.
him and Young LA
Facts.
had that mixtape called Black Boy White Boy.
Joe,
Facts.
I'll never forget, bro. When I seen this man at BET on the carpet, it's gotta be because we talking in the middle of the summer. It's gotta be like 90 degrees. Joe is undershirt, long sleeve button down polo. On top of that, polo vest with the hat on, the shades, and then I think he had on polo shorts, and then he had the towel on his shoulder. I said, bro, how after all these years you keep all these layers of polo on and it's 90 degrees outside? and he gave me an answer, and I don't know it because I wasn't recording. I was out there by myself, and I didn't press record. When I pressed the little button, it just took a picture. And so,
Dang.
but shout out to Joe, bro, because I had him praying everything, because you know he on his clean journey, speaking to the kids, mentorship journey. Got the song with 1K Few and everything like that now, so he kind of like turning things around a little bit. Shout out to Joe, but definitely. Who started the Mohawks though? Was it Travis Porter too, or Roscoe
Nah,
Dash?
that was before the. That was
You
I think
said
that was before Roscoe Dash.
that
I think it
was
was
Black
really
Boy,
Young
White Boy.
LA for real.
Party Like a Rock Star. That was Party
I
Like a
said,
Rock Star.
No, I feel like it was Young LA. I feel like he was the first rapper. It was like 08, like the first rapper because that's when A9 came out.
but they did have the Mohawks in the Party Like a Rock Star video.
There definitely was like a little rock star era in 06 when like Lil Wayne and Joel Santana and Jim Jones, and when they was wearing like the Ed Hardy with the wallet chains and all that. Like I remember that the Rockstar wave was a thing for sure around that time. Because I had a wallet chain with no money in it, and I was like 6th grade at the time.
Right.
Shout out Issa Rae, bro.
Yo, I don't watch Black Mirror, but why were they clowning her acting in Black Mirror on Twitter?
Dang, I ain't seen it yet.
I was about to say I was hoping most seen it, because I ain't seen, like, I seen people clown her acting, but like I haven't watched that episode, so I'm like,
no, we're gonna support the Black Queen. You don't know. My bad,
So
Ryan.
I ain't even seen them clown her acting. I don't know. It ain't pop up on my timeline. But I don't be on Twitter like that.
the Willow Smith Mohawk is amazing.
Wait, are you saying that my algorithm is coonish?
Nah, I mean, shoot, I'm sure if I scroll through, mine will pop up too.
Okay. So I was just making sure.
So yeah. What was the argument? Oh no. Last week for me, it was New Orleans versus South Africa about the Zulu. I don't know if you guys had that, but my algorithm might just be a little New Orleans ish. But yeah. So in the Mardi Gras parade, one of the things that they have, one of the floats they have is a Zulu float. And it's like where the black people, they like get blackface and they wear afros. And like, yeah, they just throw the beads and stuff like that in the skies. This year, Rob 49 was on a Zulu boat. You know, nobody knew it was Rob 49 because, you know, he in the blackface. So apparently the South African people found out about it, the Homo Zulu, and they said, apparently in New Orleans every year they do the and it was a big deal. Like, so then it turned into like Africans in general making fun of African Americans not having culture. And then African Americans was like, look at the way y'all dressing and how y'all talking and how y'all want to do rap. Y'all literally copy everything Black Americans do because you know we the coolest, we the culture. How you gonna say we don't have culture? We the culture. And then Africans came back with like BBLs, guns, and weed. It's like black culture, and it got ugly. It got real ugly. The dysphoria debates and stuff like that. The dysphoria debates.
Yeah, I ain't seen none of that.
I didn't see it either, but I mean, are BBLs and guns necessarily a bad thing? You know, I feel like one could pose that theory. No, guns are terrible, but I think BBLs are not so bad.
BBLs are horrific. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Let's be real. Let's not act like BBLs ain't worldwide.
I don't know because I've only lived in America.
I think BBLs.
I'm sure you can find. Yeah, I say at least to Europe. I'll give it that. Oh, Europe and South America, and Europe. Like BBLs are going crazy. I ain't never seen a Chinese woman with a BBL.
You
Like,
might have
just to
just
be honest,
cracked the
I ain't never
code
seen
right
it.
there.
Yeah, I ain't never seen the South Korean with a BBL either. You feel me? So, I mean, maybe, they ain't over there doing that. But I'll say, Europe and South, uh, what's that called? Yeah, South America. But shoot, imagine, man, them girls and like them Korean women and Chinese women, bro, they be so damn flat, bro. You get a BBL, it's like, I don't know, that shit just wouldn't look right. Cause they ain't got no thighs and shit to really like compensate it.
I got so many thoughts going through my head right now. You really just broke my brain because I never thought about that. You know what? They always had that saying that you never see like a Chinese person have a funeral. Like there's never been like a Chinese obituary anywhere. I think you might have just.
Facts.
This is like a scientific theory now. I don't think that there's any Chinese woman on Earth that has a BBL, and I want to know like culturally why is it like that? Because there are white women with
Gotta be
BBL.
one that lives in America, like a Chinese American. There's gotta be one.
I feel like it might be like a
Full Chinese
Chinese.
though.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, like born and raised China, like African. Hmm. Yeah, they might not have BBL doctors out there for real.
Hey, that's the name of the
Mhm.
episode. Do Chinese women get BBLs?
That is, I agree with you on that because that's like wow, you left me speechless with that one. I'm gonna be thinking about that all night.
My boy gonna do his Googles.
I really am. I'm about to do some scientific research on why Chinese women don't get BBLs.
I used to rock with BBLs, bro, when I was like 15, when I was young in the game. But I'm not a fan of BBLs, bro.
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like when we was 15, that was still the you remember like the ass shots era, like before the
Mhm.
BBL, and like
Mm-hmm.
they used to you had let me say doctors because these people were not doctors. You had people um doing those shots out of basements, and you had girls like dying or having health issues later on because of that era. It's like late 2000s, early 2010s.
Facts.
Yeah, it's a crazy time.
What's it called? Have have y'all ever messed with a girl with a BBL?
No,
No.
have you?
Man, one chick, man. I didn't know she had a BBL. Like, and it wasn't until I went back to the crib and linked with her, and it was just like not like I just get what they saying because it just do not move the same. It's just like it's a completely different not completely different, but it's a different experience. It's just like it just stay there. I don't know. Like she just didn't have a good one. I'll say that. But yeah, but genuinely going into it, I had no clue, shorty. I just thought she was just thick, and then yeah, we linked up, and I was like, oh,
Her BBL did the
but
mannequin
yeah,
challenge.
facts. It really did though. I was so thrown off. I was just like, bro, like, why is this not moving? Like, it just was not like, yeah, it wasn't. And then after, like, so really, I met her at a club, and then we ended up linking that night. And I was like, so it wasn't until like the next day or like a couple days later, we had linked again and was talking. And then she told me about what she used to model and stuff. And then I was like, oh, that makes sense. And then I just kind of put two and two together. She didn't tell me she had a BBL, but I was like, that makes sense. I was like, you must have got a BBL. Just from me, you telling me how you live your life prior to us like linking. I was like, yeah. But yeah, man, I do. But I'm sure there's some good BBLs out there, man. So I ain't gonna knock it, man. I'm gonna keep my search. keep my search going, man. You know,
I'm
search for the
cool off
perfect
BBLs
BBL.
for
But
sure. They saying SZA got the perfect one.
There's
the
a
thing
there's a
do be
few
moving.
perfect BBLs. There's Drea's is perfect.
Facts.
Yes, Scissors is top tier. It's hard to know now though. Like, I feel like they've gotten so good with BBL technology that it's not as easy to detect as it used to be.
Oh, Violet Myers.
Ah, a true connoisseur like myself. True.
Who?
True connoisseur. Nah, she just talk. She goes on mad podcasts and she does like a lot of like YouTube and like I guess regular mainstream side of media. And so like in my transition out, because we talked about this a few episodes ago, how like I've left that lifestyle or whatever. But she does a lot of mainstream stuff with a lot of content creators that I know and stuff. Like it started with Pootie a few years ago and stuff like that. Shout out Pootie, my dog. And I just kind of kept following it all the way up from there and stuff, like her channel and everything. And she always mentions how the only regret she has in life, or her biggest regret, is getting a BBL. And she was like, "Because I could have got this in the gym."
Mm.
She's just
Who are
talking
you
about
talking about?
Violet Myers.
Oh, Violet Myers. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
true.
yeah.
She got a nice
But
BBL though.
I was thinking about Dolce when you guys were talking about like the BBLs and stuff because I seen a comment that was like, "I like Dolce. She rap. She don't just rap about robbing men and like twerking, and she don't have a BBL and she dark skinned." And I was like, you almost had it. You almost had it. You almost had it.
Right.
Oh, so close.
Nah, fact.
Wait, does
But
she have a BBL?
yeah. Dolce got a BBL. Yeah.
I mean, it looks good. I don't. I wouldn't even know if you ain't saying nothing just now. I feel like you kind of just spoiled it for me.
Oh no. I'm definitely hating. That I definitely gotta hate
Damn,
for
why
sure.
you hate on the BBL?
Hey, it just is what I gotta let people know. Is it like because I feel like people use her to kind of like tear down the rest of the black rappers, female rappers. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how they used to do the girl in Griselda, Armani Caesar. They used to be like Armani Caesar, she the real rap. All these other women rapping about da 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 da. Da." And shout out to Linnell Grant, by the way. She in Houston, a real rapper. Oh my gosh, she do like
Shit,
bars for
girl.
breakfast. She's a producer. She produced a lot for Toby and the Wigway over there in Houston and stuff like that.
Mm.
And I thought she looked familiar because my sister put me on with her. And then but I'm seeing her with the braids. I didn't see her with the afro. She had the afro. I said, "Oh yeah, I remember her from the days next to Toby and all the performances and stuff." But she rap herself now. She cold. But I mentioned her because she ain't got no BBL.
You know
No
why?
Name doesn't have a BBL. Shout out to and No Name pretty too.
Facts.
I don't know if I've ever seen a picture of her. Oh yes, I have. I've seen a picture of her before. No, I have a lot of respect for the women that get BBLs, but like work regular day jobs. Like they get a BBL and then go work in like State Farm. I just find that to be like, I don't know. It's something admirable about that. Like you know you should upgrade your lifestyle if you can.
I think
No,
BBLs
fact.
cost too much for that, bro.
I mean, shoot. I mean, how you gonna get a baller?
You shouldn't. You
You know
shouldn't.
that.
My bad.
No, I was just gonna say because that's definitely what they thinking. The girls, the regular women who get those BBLs, it's like, yeah, I work at State Farm right now, but I'm trying to get flued out.
It's possible. Anything is in this era now. Anything is possible. You're only one, like you're only one viral photo away from having them in your DM. That's all it takes. It just takes one, one picture that gets like a couple hundred retweets. All of a sudden, you're getting like some verified checks following you.
Yo, I got a question for you
That's all it
guys.
takes.
Along with what Jelani just said, I don't want to say names, so I might use a first name initial, and I'll let you guys go from there. Right? You guys ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
And if she sees this, I'm sorry, my bad. You can beat me up. Get your man to beat me up. I don't care. It is what it is. H.
Okay.
Mo, you here? You with me?
What is this about?
What do you think? Like, who y'all think like has been like kind of the most lit? Like, what level of like A list, B list you think has
This
been in the
is
DMs before, bro?
Oh
I get
wow.
what you're saying. This is a crazy conversation. It's no telling, man. Like anything, like we said before, like it's there are girls that have like 400 followers. You don't even have to have like they'll find them. If there's a beautiful woman tomorrow on earth, like these athletes, these rappers, they're gonna find them. So it's like it could be any scam. It's not like these dudes don't care where they work or like what their background is. You know what I'm saying? They're just trying to do what they're trying to do. You know what I mean? So they don't have no standards. Like,
Yeah, it's no telling. I think
So you
like any
saying like
girl
2C
is,
level.
huh?
So you saying like 2C level?
that's crazy.
I mean,
2C level is crazy.
it's I could definitely see somebody at 2C level hollering at her, But I mean,
Black,
yeah, I
black.
feel like
One
any
that
girl.
start with the 6 is black in the DMs.
Uh, I mean, I could see it. I could see it. I mean, because pretty fine. You feel me? So like, I could see it, but it's no real telling. Like, as Jelani was saying, like any girl is susceptible to have a random baller or random rapper, or random streamer just pop up on their page one day because maybe they picture just so happen hit the For You page. You feel me?
Especially on TikTok.
So I could definitely, yeah, facts. So ain't no telling, man. Shoot, I'm sure it been a few guys, but Shorty in a relationship, so I'm sure she don't even seem like that type of girl to be like phased by that though.
No, she not. She pretty a nonchalant person. But I was just wondering, like when Jelani said that if you have a picture go viral, she's hot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I was just
Yo,
wondering.
I knew I didn't know her like person. We were like there was this girl that she went to high school in the same county as us, and like we were cool through like the internet, over the years or whatever. But we were never like friends or met each other in real life or nothing like that. But I remember she posted a video, and it started to get like it started off maybe like 10 retweets, and then it started to jump and jump and jump. And I'm watching her followers go up. She might have had like this was like a random Thursday. She might have had like 10,000 followers when she first tweeted this video. After the video went viral, I think she had like 50,000. Like this is over the course of like maybe a few weeks or whatever. So it could happen that easy, bro. Like it's you know what I mean. It's a different world we living in.
What school she went to? South Cobb or Hillgrove?
Yeah, listen, you doing some real investigating right now. I forget which school it might have been. I don't think it was Hillgrove. I don't want to say exactly what school she went to, but it might have been one of those two high schools.
Mo, you have any stories you like to share?
Nah.
I remember Kalani Rogers.
Nah, not in that time.
Kalani Rogers shared her DMs one time on stream, and like it was crazy seeing like the amount of like just haze she was getting. It was just like blue check, hey, 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 hey. And she was scrolling like pages and pages and pages. Hold on, I'm about to pull Kalani up right now. She was just scrolling like pages and pages. It was like Lacey. First of all, rest in peace, Kyron Lacey. First of all, but Lacey on they used to be on Green Bay. Like Lacey was in there. Hey, how you doing? This and that. These were all on open DMs, and she was just going on stream for like 15 minutes, and it was like it only spanned it back probably about a couple days. For 15 minutes, she's scrolling for 15 minutes. It only went back like a couple, and these are all blue checks. These are all like NFL players. Bruh, man, what? Let me tell you something to the youngins out there. Last week, we gave the game of always shoot. If you can't shoot, how you going to be mad that you ain't win the game? You ain't even shoot the shot to win the game. And to also, don't be scared of the cute girl. You know, everybody want to go for the baddies and the 10 and everything. But if a cute girl showing interest and she got a nice personality, give the cute girl a chance. That's real life. We got so disconnected from real life with this internet thing. And that brings me to this point. When you see a woman go viral and you, oh, she look nice, and the DMs is open, just understand, my brother, if you don't get a response, it's not because she overlooking you. It's just because a blue check was next to you. And it was one of them. Sauce Gardner, man, this man named Sauce, he always got a chain, and he the star player in New York. What? Boy, you ain't got no chance with Sauce Gardner next to you in the DM. You ain't got no chance with Diddy's son, King Combs next to you in the DM. You ain't got no chance with DDG next to you in the DM. Forget about it.
I mean, that's why you got to go outside and I don't know, maybe we spoiled because we live, even in New Orleans, like it's a bunch of beautiful women out there. Like we live in two different cities where you can go to like Publix and there's going to be a fine woman there. It's like for real, like, you know what I mean? So you got to go outside, you know what I mean?
Nah, facts. I remember I went to Whole Foods one time in Buckhead and saw this stripper that I've been following on IG that work in Magic City. And she was just randomly like, she was walking out, I was walking in. I was just like, yo, ain't no way. She was better in person. I'm not even gonna hold you. She was so thick. Y'all know sexy red Magic City or something like that?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
No, I don't know.
That's crazy. I'm a sick human being.
So far, Jelani said, yeah, I know her. Straight off top with the sexy red Magic City girl and Violet Myers.
Violet Myers. I mean, both off top. Yeah, I got to reevaluate my life.
I mean, I think, you know, these are just common girls that people know, bro. They ain't that out there.
Violet Myers is pretty mainstream now, by the way, too, like I said.
Yeah. But you know, it's even crazier though. Like, you know, you hear the stories about like, you know, the girls going overseas to do all these crazy stuff. Man, I had a homegirl that I worked with who told me about her and her friends got flued out to Paris, and like her homegirl got, I think she peed on this dude. And yeah, he paid for their whole trip out there.
Bro, you seen the Atlanta episode on that?
Yeah, you know, and when I saw that, this was before the Atlanta episode. And so when the Atlanta episode, yeah, like legit, like so when the Atlanta episode came out, I was just like, bro, this is so real. Like, I literally had a girl tell me a story just like this. Like she'll tell me how like, yeah, like buddy flew them out, and yeah, and like they got to just go out and do whatever throughout the day, and then at night her homegirl, you know, went over there and yeah, you know. But you know, it'd be interesting. I met this one girl one time who I think, you know, I ain't gonna lie. I think for me, if I was a girl, I would be like, I'll still be a thought. Or not necessarily a thought, but I'll be using like Like,
He
but
said,
I would be
hey, Mo
using.
said, if I was a bad, I want to, me too.
Nah, but for real, so like, okay, I guess maybe not be a thought, but like I would use what I have to my advantage. Like I knew this one girl who said she had a homegirl who talked to the dude who like feet. And so just so happened, Buddy saw her feet in a photo and wanted some pictures and like, trying to pay for it, drop a bag for it. She's like, no, that's weird. Boy, I would have took them pics so quick. Oh my gosh. Like, I'd have been like, what angle do you want? You feel me? Like, I don't know. But that's just me though. Cause I feel like you don't like, especially a feet pic, I lose nothing out of that. It's just some feet, but hey, to be a girl, it's all different.
See, this is the thing though. Like on a surface level, I do agree with you. You know what I mean? Like as far as using what you got to your advantage, but at the same time, a lot of the time, the dudes that dabble in that world, as far as spending lots of money on things like that, um, these dudes be kind of creepy. So it's like it'd be cool for like we saw this during the pandemic. It was a lot of um, there were a lot of fans pages started around that time, and eventually they got deserted because the women that were doing those pages after a certain point, like a lot of them said they kind of felt kind of degrading, even if they were making money. It was just kind of like it felt kind of gross after a certain point. So I can understand on another hand why even if you can make money off of it, I can understand why someone's like, nah, I'm not really trying to do that.
And no, shout out to Wuchi Wobbler for sure. That my dog. I interviewed Wuchi at a show in Atlanta because she's still in Atlanta now. She moved down probably about a year ago, and so I went to her show and I talked to her afterwards, and she was like, "I'm making some really good money off of OF," and she was just like, "But my soul just began to start feeling empty," and it was like, even though I went into it for the money, and I made the money that I kind of went into it wanting, and I even made more than that, and I make a lot of money every single month. What she raps about how much money she makes from it, which I think is unique and stuff like that. And it makes her music unique. Um, she's just like, my spirit isn't fulfilled, and I know this isn't my destiny of what I'm supposed to be doing. Mo, if you're trying to read this went viral the other day, as you see. This was actually uploaded yesterday. Gosh, Lee. Uh, and it's got 9.7 million views. She said, I'm looking for someone to pay my bills in exchange for my attention. I'm 5'2", no kids, healthy, and I love to travel.
Yeah, I could read it. I was taking a closer look at her. 'Cause I was like 5'2", thick like that.
Hey, look. The reason I saw this is because someone quote tweeted it with like a dude pointing to Indeed.com yesterday. Like that's how I saw it. And I was like, what is this in response to? And I clicked on it and I was like, that's funny. But look what's on our page today. That was yesterday, right? She took all them comments. I'm going to scroll up real quick. Bills on auto pay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not even mad at her because it's listen, man. We talked about this a few weeks ago. It's easier now if you got the money to make something happen than it's ever been. Like it's there a lot. Like you can just go, just ask how much. Like that's all. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. I'm not saying with every single shot attempt, but like if all those fails and nothing else is working, and you got a DM full of ignored messages, shoot that shot.
It is only, you got to know which woman to do it with. Like,
but that's the type right there.
If she posting thirst traps, okay, she probably gonna go.
She telling you straight up, like, this is what it is.
She telling you straight up. And they'll even tell you, like in the little bio, y'all see the bios that be like $15 DM fee, $50 unblock fee. And like, I know some women, they have private pages. They'll be like, the good stuff is here in their little bio. And you go to the private page and it'll be like $50 to follow me. and the page will have like 115 followers. I'm like, ain't no way, y'all, man. Come on, bro.
Yo, listen.
Come on, bro.
When you be hearing like Future and Drake rap about, tricking and spending money and flying out, please don't think for a second that when eventually, because I am going to become a millionaire at some point, eventually when I become a millionaire, don't think that like I'm not going to be on the same type of time, because I absolutely am.
It's crazy, bro, because like Drake can complain about Not Like Us all he wants to, but Meet the Grams, every single thing Kendrick said about Drake, about like him being a womanizer, about him just like having problems soliciting women, about him having problems about gambling, about him having drug addiction issues. Like all of that proved to be 100% true. And Drake, he couldn't even do nothing about it because it's like when you addicted, you know what I'm saying? Like if y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all know how it is. You can't just drop it. You can't just.
My boy, you just said my boy had a drug addiction problem. Like, what's
Come
how's
on,
that 100% true?
come on, Maurice. I was about to call you.
I give you gambling. I give you the women, but like, what's his drug addiction?
So Drake ain't never had have a pill popping addiction.
I mean, I ain't never like that's what I'm saying.
Drake ain't never had the double cup in his hand.
But I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people with double cups. I mean, you talking about it's 100% fact this man has an addiction. Like, bruh.
I didn't have a like, Zan 13 hours till I land, had me out like a light. Yeah.
It's
like
a lot of people who take a Zan to take a 13-hour flight, bro. That's a long flight. You just in the air. Like I'm not even trying to cape for him, bro. Like you making me have to do that. Like, because you kind of just really just put some crazy shit on his name. Like, you can't just say this man got a drug addiction, bro. Like he need to be at NA meeting.
Yes, shit. Drake has problem popping pills, bro. It just is what it is.
Who, like, where are you getting all this from? What did Drake do to you, my boy?
Drake be rapping about his popping pills all the time. Drake be rapping about popping pills. Drake be rapping about the drugs he's taking.
Let's be real, like, because even some of the songs like that he does talk about pills on, it's like some of these songs he didn't even write. He just quoting. And it's like, and so, I'll give it to you. Yeah, my boy don't be writing all his own stuff. But like there's particular songs that I can't even think of with like Jumbotron Poppin', where he's talking about popping pills and stuff on there. But Yachty, those were Yachty's words. It's like Yachty be doing too. And I don't think you can't just throw addiction on everybody, bro. Like, it's a difference between
got a problem with the cup, bro.
Yachty has, he be sipping. But that's what I'm saying. You can't just throw addiction and just saying like, yeah, it's 100% true that Drake has a pill popping, because you don't know that, bro. You don't know this man for real.
Everything I've seen shows me that he has.
Everything you want to see shows you what you want to see.
And what I've seen is this man is always in the terse. He always with the one. Everything I've seen and heard about this man.
You've never seen this man pop a pill. You've never seen this man pop a pill. You've seen him drink.
All right, here we go.
You've never seen him pop a pill.
Let me see.
Yeah, like you're not gonna find a video of Drake popping a pill, bro. Like I can guarantee you that. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's just like you can't just be throwing out stuff, bro. Like,
prescription right here is on the internet in 4K.
Bro, anybody can make a prescription. Have you seen him pop a pill? Man, I'm being so serious, bro. Like, have you seen this man pop a pill?
I do think it's a little bit strong to. I mean, he talks about pills, but I do think it's a little bit strong to call somebody a pill addict without concrete proof of that.
Take drugs to cope with the pressure of fame. Drake.
But even with that, it's people like it's I don't know. I calling somebody a pill addict is kind of crazy.
Yeah, especially when
Drake has called himself a pill addict in his songs. This is what I'm saying.
He never said I'm
Drake has shown us everything except for him in the act of doing it. It's like Future, right? Future say, "Oh yeah, I don't take all them drugs that I be rapping about," but you would agree that Future be on some of them drugs he be rapping about, right?
Oh, we take some. I don't know. Sure.
Yeah, some of them, yeah, but I don't know if he's on all that stuff because I'm not there, bro. It's like sometimes you gonna rap. Like think about Lil Tecca, bro. Lil Tecca makes so many songs and so much stuff about stuff he don't do, bro.
But
Is
Drake
that
ain't
not a
Lil
fact?
Tecca. Drake ain't Lil
I
Tecca.
mean, but that's what I'm saying. You don't know Drake, you don't know Lil Tecca.
I know Drake
This
and
is,
his behavior patterns is
but you
something that
don't know
lines up
Drake,
with
my
a
boy.
drug addict.
You don't know Drake. You
He
don't know
he,
Drake. Like, let's
what do
just
you
keep it
call
there.
him
You
when you
don't know
dropping
that, man.
three, 4 albums in a
You
year,
don't
bruh?
know.
You dropping 3, 4 albums in a year. You rapping about the same stuff.
He's not dropping
Rapping
3, 4
about the woman. You
albums in a
rapping
year.
about
He's
the
dropping
money.
like
You
one
rapping
a
about
year.
the cars,
He's
the
dropping like
possession,
one a
and the
year, my
drugs.
boy.
You
Like,
doing
for real.
them
Hey,
drugs.
Rashad, I want to ask you a question, bro.
Drake,
Why
you is
don't you
on
like Drake?
drugs.
Nah, for real. Why don't you like Drake? Because it's like you be really going hard on the hate for that man.
Man, Drake, man, let me tell you something, man. All I'm
What he
saying
do to
is
you,
with
bro?
Drake, bro. I gotta tell you this,
Like,
bro. I feel like Drake, bro. Because we talking about. I think with the culture, bro, it's just like I don't like people use like. Okay, I'll give you a good example. So this is a different example, right? Georgiana. I don't have any problem with Georgiana. I think Georgiana is a good rapper. I think she got bars, and I think it's something different, right? The problem I have with Georgiana is I'm afraid, and we're already seeing it happen. I'm afraid she's gonna become a bigger rapper than Caribou. That's my problem with Georgiana. And Georgiana took Caribou's entire flow, which is cool, everything like that. You know, you inspired, you go into this genre of the mumble rap or the whatever that Caribou does and stuff like that, the off kind of beat, upbeat flow. And then but when you take it and become more famous in her because you know you had the support of the execs and the industry behind you, and plus kind of like the white thing, right? Kind of use that to your advantage to go spring forward. For Drake to take Fonte sound, for Drake to take like a lot of Drake's career is like really just sampling different sounds that's already popping, kind of putting it together and presenting it to the world as Drake. Like Drake is kind of like a compilation of pop around the world. Pop from here, this style, this person's style, this person's sound, this person's style, and it's a mixture of all that presented to the world. The thing with Kendrick, when I heard the multi-stack alien sounding voices, everything like that on swimming pools, I've never heard something like that. I never heard a rapper sound like Kendrick. When I heard
the first
Gambino
time
rap
you
for the
the
first time,
first time you heard Drake. So wait,
yeah,
I'm sorry, I had to cut you off for that because now you're saying because if you want to go back to the origins of it, let's be real. When you, I don't know if you ever listened to So Far Gone. There's nobody else who got a sound like So Far Gone. There, when the
Fonte.
first time, if you go
Early Drake sounds like Fonte to me.
Fonte, who's Fonte? I don't even know who Fonte is. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Yeah. So all right, Fonte is a rapper. I believe I don't know where Fonte from. This is Fonte though.
Fonte is from Little Brother. He's from he's a
Yeah.
member.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, he's a
Yeah.
member of the group Little Brother. He's from North Carolina. He was one of like Drake's favorite rappers. He definitely, I would say like early, but that's more so like 06, 07 era Drake. Like I would say by the time So Far Gone is it came out like 3 months after 808s and Heartbreak. That's more so sound wise. I would say more so, and it's really just production wise Kanye influence. But obviously you got songs on there like you got the Houston influence too. Like there was a lot of different influences on that mixtape.
But my problem is altogether with Drake is like I get what he's doing because it's smart for business. Like I've acknowledged that over the years. Getting the hottest sounds, acknowledging it before, you know, in a lot of cases, most of the public acknowledges that it's the hottest sound, it's the thing, and then kind of grabbing it and making it present it your own, put your own spin on it to the world to remain relevant. I feel like it's also kind of like some blood sucking stuff, bro. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what original has Drake done, bro? Like originality just as an artist. So it's just like I
Right. That
like
the fact that he put the way that the whole Drake sound of the fact of what he put the beat switches when there's no one doing that before him. when he sat there, how his vocals sit on top of the beat as opposed to into the beat. That's something that him and 40 created, bro. Like that is a known fact that like that sound changed things, bro. Like he didn't, and that's the thing. It's like you can sit here and try to discredit him, like he's just not a talented person, bro. Like you can say that he doesn't create,
I
but
didn't
it's just
say he
like the
wasn't
man.
talented. I just say it's just he lacks creativity. It's like
That's
what's a
just
good example? No. Isn't that the same thing? Because it's like what's a good
no.
example
I'm
of this?
saying no. I wasn't gonna say that's the same thing, but I'm just saying what you're saying is because you don't really like him and because you don't really like to listen to his music like that. It's like you don't really like to go in depth on the different creativity of it. And it's the fact that he can go to the different genres. He does jump into the different genres from different times. But then there's also the time where he created the timestamps. Like everybody makes a timestamp song because of him now. That's a fact. So it's like you can make it seem like he never did nothing creative, but it's like he's done a lot, bro. It's like let's not act like he has contributed nothing to the game. So that's what just kind of is just like, let's be real. Like, yeah, like Kendrick does have his very own unique sound. I will give him that. And he runs with that. And that's dope. But at the same time, like, and I don't know, is there so many other artists who do the same thing, but it's like you're not mad at them. You're not it's just like for some reason it's just the Drake is like, why is he the only one
name
second out?
one mainstream artist that like directly just has no originality, right? But it's like
But that's what I'm saying. You
mainstream.
keep saying no originality, but he does. Like I just gave you examples, bro. I
You
just gave
said
you three examples.
he came up with timestamps because he didn't come up with beat switches. He didn't.
But the beat switch thing, like that was who was doing that before him, bro?
Everybody
Like the way that he was doing it,
and
the way
mixtapes.
when it went to the beat switch where it went from like it'll be like a lit song and then he'll flip it and then now it's like an underwater song. That whole underwater sound, that's a fact, bro. Like nobody was doing that before him.
It was a hip hop thing, though.
No, nobody. I'm saying the particular thing of like now you're going to this underwater effect. Like everybody knows that was a fact. That's how he was doing it, bro. And during that time of like the early 2010s,
the underwater thing with him and 40 is definitely something that I feel like Drake's influence is more so on R&B than it's been on rap music. Like the like when I think about like trap soul and like that whole sound right there, like obviously Party Next Door writes a lot for Drake and helped give Drake his sound too. But like the Tory Lanez is like he definitely, I feel like his influence is more so on R&B than rap. I don't think it's fair to say that he's never done anything original. Like he I don't know. It's I'm trying to think of like trends that Drake started. Like I don't think Drake is ever
because if y'all want to go Take Care, right, with Over My Dead Body and everything like that, because in Marvin's Room, I definitely think those are tracks that like marked the start of a different thing, right? And our timeless tracks. Weekend work mostly on Take, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like that's what I'm saying, bro.
The songs that you listed weren't Weekend songs though. Marvin's Room, like he did work on a lot of those, but still, like particularly the songs that you just named were not Weekend songs though. Like Over My Dead Body is not a Weekend. Like he didn't write on that one, and then Marvin's Room, he didn't write on that either. Aww.
I think Weekend only worked on like maybe. I think Drake said Weekend worked on like 6 songs on So Far Not So Far Gone, Take Care.
And then you got to think about like even with Over My Dead Body, he has a video of him working on that song, bro. Like when the crew shot for me go, yeah, you see. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he is influenced, but now you named 2 songs that he didn't even touch. that goes to my point, bro. Like, stop saying like my man. Like, you try to discredit him at every corner.
I just ain't going, bro. It's because it's just like compared to the other people, I just feel like the other people just brought something so original to the game that he didn't. Like, you can even say this for J. Cole. Like, J. Cole came in the game with the mixtapes, literally kind of going like step for step with what Kanye did. You know what I'm saying? And he put his own spin with it. Like with his story was original of like no rapper was talking about their days in college and stuff like that and coming up through that way. But in terms of production, the production and the soul sampling and all that stuff that he was doing, most of that stuff was Kanye very early on. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's a lot of artists that I feel this way about, bro. But Future, I ain't never heard nobody sound like Future. Kendrick, I ain't never heard someone sound like Kendrick. It's a few artists that it's just like, and I respect that more when we're talking about legacy conversations, the biggest people. And it's like, I think it matters to me when we're like shining the light on who the most. Because in hip hop, you only get one, two, maybe three people to get that mainstream, you know what I'm saying, type of push. Like back in the day when we was kids, it was Nelly, Ludacris, and maybe like 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why it matters to me because it's like, if they only letting 2-3 black people in the door, I don't want it to be someone who's just a basic, you know what I'm saying, safe thing. I want it to be someone
But
who's
it's
like
not.
genre
But I
bending
mean,
and this and
the
that
thing
and
is, it's
takes
like he's making
chances.
better music than he still makes better music, bro. Like than most of these people, bro. It's not that even like it'd be different if his music was trash, and maybe to you it is, but it's just like to the masses, bro. Like they still enjoy his music, even though they like this whole Kendrick thing. It's like, bro, like he still was able to come back and still make good music, bro. And that's the thing. It's like good music is always going to rise to the top, regardless. So it's like like regardless of who you feel like they should be shining light on, they just need to make better music than him. And it's like even if Drake was to leave, bro, it's like if Drake was to leave, there will be a void. There will be a clear void in music. You feel me? And it's like, and that's just what's real, bro. Like, because there's not people who are making the same quality of music as him. Like, I wish there was.
I don't agree with that.
Like,
I think that's subjective because it's like you won't tell me like Saba care for me, but Saba's independent. You know what I'm saying? So
no,
it's
but
like
I'm saying
Saba.
like, what's going to get played though when you go out? It's like you're not going to play no Saba when you go out. It's like like that's what I'm just saying. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. Like these people make great music, but it's like there's a void that's in the realm of music where it's just like, what do people want to listen to when they're going out? Like it ain't even got to be on some like when you riding down the street, yeah. But it's like also like when you going out, it's like people don't really make good songs to really like to have for you to vibe with your peoples, for you to vibe with some shorties. It's like that's a whole void that he would be that is a void that will be there. That will be very prevalent. And
And the
that's just
thing
what's
is,
real, bro.
but I feel like the thing is with that, if we talking about like the greatest and everything, like I'm looking at pure skill, pure talent, like pure like Cole can go out
Okay,
there, right? Right. We all wrote
but
off
your
Cole,
thing
right?
is
In
you're talking about who they
2024.
shed light on.
We
You
we
said
we
who they
all
shed light
but
on.
look though. We all wrote off Cole in 2024, right? Cole can still come out in Raleigh, North Carolina, a week ago, 100,000 people. Brothers ain't worthy to mess with. Like he can do that still. That's what I'm saying. It's like he can still
Drake
move the mass, everything like that. Go ahead, Jelani.
Drake does have the number 2 song in the country right now, though. We do gotta acknowledge that. Like we can't act like we can't act like he's. No, Kendrick is number 1, but I'm not saying we can't act like he's just like not like he just fell off the map.
But it's like no. I don't think he fell off the
No,
map.
but see,
I'm
look,
saying
Rashad, bro, like
I'm saying my issue with Drake is, and it's not even Drake, Mo. I'll tell you this because DDG is heavily influenced by Drake, right? I think DDG has great flow, is great sounding, is great vibing music and this and that. And I'm like, but DDG, he wants to be huge one day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I think the thing that is kind of the next step for him is to actually talk about something in his music. He's still my cars, my woman, my girl. I got the money. I've been getting money from YouTube since I was 17. Like, he's still doing that type of rap. And it's like he got some bangers coming up on that album that's about to come out and stuff like that. And it worked because he put it together on stream. So the viewers are going to feel more connected to it and stuff like that. So it's going to hit more. And he got TikTok dance going to it and stuff. But it's like, it's empty calorie music, bro. And when the it's one thing to have empty calorie music, right? Because we all need some party. We all need Travis Porter. We all need Walker Flocka. We all need Future. We all need, you know what I'm saying, empty calorie music. Migos. We all need that sometimes, right? My problem with Drake is he put in the empty calorie music and then he put in different spins on it from different things that are popping around the world and then present it as his own. My problem is now we get to the talking about the best MCs, the best rappers. And now we want to no, bro.
Sure. Okay,
No,
and you
bro.
can take him out that conversation, bro. Like you can take him out of that. That's fine.
So
I'm just saying
that is my issue with Drake.
No, but like let me finish, bro. Because like the thing is, it's like you could take him out of like if you want to say he's not a rap, like you don't want to put him in the best rapper. That's okay. But it's just like then him as an artist, you need to like I think you need to learn how to appreciate him just as an artist, bro. Like because that's what I'm saying. It's like,
another problem I have with Drake. Another problem I have with Drake is Drake came from Backpack. Drake came from Backpack. He came from the real hip hop, and he can still rap. He made Scary Hours 3 just because Joe Budden said, "Yo, Drake, you nearly 40 years old rapping about these 25-year-olds you partying with in the club." He made Scary Hours 3. I said, "Yes, thank you, Drake," because he has that ability. That's what frustrates me about Drake. It's like it's one thing if you cannot rap. Drake can rap, and he chooses to stay surface level with some empty calorie BS, bro. And it's frustrating. It's annoying for me.
He gave
as someone who enjoys.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like
and as someone who
sexy
provide
songs.
substance.
Some sexy songs for you is empty calories.
Say it again.
Some sexy songs. Some sexy song for you that just empty. Like you don't feel like you talking about nothing.
I think some sexy songs for you has its own place in the world of music. It's like
okay, so
songs.
all right. So now we're talking about you got that album, then you got then you got now Scary Hours, which is his most recent works. These are his most recent works, and it's just like, and you're still saying all this. It's like at what point? What is he? It's like that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like just appreciate the man as an artist, bro. Like, and it's like your point that you said earlier was just like, I just hate that they're giving him light. Like they don't need to be giving him light. There's other people that they need to be giving light. It's like, bro, they're not making better music than him, bro. And it's like, and that's what I'm saying to that point. It's like he still makes good music. He still makes great music. And it's just like, just appreciate the music. It's like if you feel like he's not in the like he shouldn't be in the best MC, fine. Just that's cool. But it's like you ain't gotta hate on the man and start saying the man got a drug addiction. You know, it's just like that's where this all started. Like where because it's just like you go hard for like the negative things on Drake. And it's like sometimes it's like, bro, like you don't know that man. We don't know none of these people, bro. Like behind closed doors. And like I'm just saying, like on some real, Kendrick might really be his wife. We don't know. We don't know that man.
Not be his wife.
So like, and that's what I'm saying. You want to say it so certainly. You want to say that so certainly.
I'm saying so certainly because after Drake said, "You beat your wife, you beat your wife, you beat your wife," his wife came out with the kids to the show. Then they came in the music video. Then they went.
You never heard of Stockholm syndrome?
And then they went to the Super Bowl.
You never heard of Stockholm syndrome, bro? Have you never heard of Stockholm syndrome? She getting money, bro. And if that was maybe he beat her like a decade ago, which is when he's claiming it. It's like, yeah, maybe she's over it now. Yeah, I'm gonna pop out for my family because now that we over it and it'll be embarrassing. Come on, bro. You got to think realistically. Just because they popped out together. Like he didn't say he beat her last week. He said it was a decade ago. And clearly, if that was a thing that actually happened, that they got over it. They clearly got over it. So that's what I'm saying, bro. It's just like, but you don't know. I don't know. You don't know. But that's what I'm saying. This is all speculation. We don't know.
If he said on what was the song called when Kendrick just opened his mouth? Someone go Family Matters, right? If he just said it on Family Matters, that'll be one thing. But then he went on the Heart Part 6, and half of the whole Heart Part 6, he said, Kendrick, let's talk about how you beat on your queen. You beat on your girl. You talking about I'm a pedophile. Oh, but you beat on your woman. Oh, you beat on your girl. Oh, that was like half the song.
Bruh, but I feel you. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, my boy, like, we don't know what really happened, though. Like, you really just don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. And that's my whole point, bro. My whole point about this is like, don't say something's 100% fact if you don't know these people, bro. Unless you got something, you got paperwork, unless you got something to show all this stuff, bro. Like, and it's like, because you can't say one thing is 100% true, and then this is for sure not true because Kendrick said it's not true. We believe everything that Kendrick says. It's like, you sound crazy, my boy. You're glazing. You're glazing.
Well, you know why? Because Kendrick get on the track, the whole Mr. Morale, he say, yo, I cheated on my wife with some white girls on tour. Yo, I did this. Yo, I did that. Kendrick already put out all his dirt on Front Street in the previous album before this whole battle. That's why I'm more inclined to believe everything that Kendrick is saying.
I guess it's like, bro, like, I'm gonna tell you as a person who did dirt, my boy. Yeah, I'll tell you. I could tell you a bunch of dirt, but then there's a bunch of stuff that I may never ever talk about. You feel me? And that's what's real. It's like with my exes, bro. Like, they know fuck it. It's just like, I know my ex. She knows I cheated, but she thinks it was only once. You feel me? It's like, just because I came out and said I cheated that one time, it's like, it still gives you the benefit of doubt. You don't know what else ever happened, bro. And it's like, you don't have to admit, like, some people not going to admit to everything, bro. It's like, that's just what's real. And it's just like, just because you can be real about certain things, you may not be real with everything. And that's the realization of life, bro. And so, as I said, bro, we just don't know these people, man.
And then also, y'all know, as y'all know, I'm royalty. Y'all know I'm royalty on this side. I'm DG. I'm D Money. I'm Gambino. Gambino forever. Royalty is forever. This is Blake Griffin. This is royalty. So, man, yes, I'm on Gambino side. I'm on the Atlanta side. Yes, I'm on Stone Mountain East side. Don't see all that. Yeah, because these boys been going back and forth since 2011. Since before then, Over My Dead Body actually is Drake's first response to Gambino. Gambino's first shot in the song was Bonfire. A lot of people don't know this. This go back to 2011. So yeah, them being compared to all the time as the actors turn rappers, I always looked at it like, dang, Gambino really harder than this dude. But this dude, the one getting all the this the dude getting played out by this the dude that, and Gambino really harder than Buddy because the internet really better than Nothing Was the Same. So really better than it, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, for me, that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, dang, the real artist really not getting the attention for real.
You know, Gambino fans the only ones doing that comparison, right?
It don't matter what the fans are doing. What are they saying in the songs? They've been dissing each other in the music for 14 years.
I guess so. I mean, what did he say about him?
If Drake didn't deem him a worthy opponent, he wouldn't be responding to him all the time, all these years.
I mean, like, what's all these responses? Like
okay, here we go. All right, we're gonna open it up. Let's do it. I'm gonna give you out a quick one. All right, so Gambino, he starts rapping and he go on a little press tour, and they say, "Oh, you kind of like, Drake doing the rap thing." So he hearing that all the time. So he go on Bonfire. Bonfire comes out in like July 2011, and he say, "I don't talk soft. That's that other guy. I see this guy." And then he do, "Man, why does every black actor gotta rap some? I don't know. All I know is I'm the best one." So then they ask him in the interview, they say, "When you say I don't talk soft, that's that other guy. Is that a shot at Drake?" He said, I mean, I think we all can agree Drake talks soft. And at the time, Gambino was doing stand-up. So, okay, here we go. Fast forward to November. They dropped the album the same day. Gambino drops Camp. Drake drops Take Care. Take Care opens up with Drake saying, "Huh? Oh, you think you a funny guy? Don't make me break your Kevin Hart." All right, so that's Drake's first response. Okay, stay with me now. So now we going. So now we going, right?
You feel me,
So
Jelani?
now we going. So now that was to Gambino, the stand-up comedian doing rap, taking shots at Drake. That was to
Okay.
Gambino. So now we moving up. Right? So then it's some more little couple things they say. Then trophies happens, right? Trophies was originally what? 3005. Gambino gave up the trophies beat to Drake, and Drake makes it trophies. Gambino on it because of the internet run, he says, yeah, we had to beat this and that. And then he get on that Stone Mountain. Yeah, whipping the land, whipping the gripping the land. He's like, brother, we made it. We had the beating and we heard the verse and said, brother, we hate it. And then so he heard that, right? So he did that. And then he go on the stage on tour and he say, I'm better than all these dudes. Drake, I'll murder him. And he said, they said I sound like Drake. I sing better. I rap better. My stuff's better. So he do that. Drake come back 2015. If you're reading this, it's too late. Oh, screaming my name on a world stage, so childish. Oh, you gotta love it. Oh, you gotta love it. So that's Drake. Response to Gambino. He was on the world stage when he was freestyling. They say I sound like Drake. I rap better. I sing better. My stuff's better. He said that on the world stage in Australia. So okay, here we go. We moving back up. Okay, so now they got this weird tension going on. It's 2016. Gambino go up at this point. He mainstream. It's the first year Atlanta FX go out. He released Awaken My Love, which has Redbone on it, biggest record of his career. He's mainstream now. He like low key, almost I at Drake now in the industry. He like went up from C list, B list to A lister at this point, 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened. So they in London, Gambino working on season 2 or season 3, whenever they in Europe of Atlanta. Drake, and he's also doing Star Wars in London. Drake is in London. This when he doing the whole drill scene kind of era that he did with Skepta and all them boys and stuff. So Drake over there as well. They link up at a party. Drake posted a picture of Gambino and Buddy from Division, the producer, TM88. That ain't his name, but it's like 1972, something like that. The producer, right? So he take a picture and he posted on his Instagram, very inspiring humans. So I'm like, okay, that's weird because they supposed to hate each other. All right, what are we doing? So then a couple years later, they take a picture at a party together. That's the only picture together. This Is America comes out. What Gambino say? This Is America was originally a Drake diss. So then Drake go on tour. He say This Is America was originally a Drake diss, the overrated and overawarded This Is America. And then he go on Travis Scott album, claiming you love this American, but really the truth is you're scared of the sea. Other than that. So what Gambino do? Gambino go on his album, the last album, Bando Stone. He used the exact same flow that Drake uses in Meltdown, the Gambino diss, and he uses it right back at him. And y'all should know it. Don't you know it? Brother, I put your boy in the seat. I put your hand on the street. Don't want to know one BD. Oh, they opinion on me. They got a gun in the back. And he said, AK ain't silent like knife. They mind your do it your right. They find your house on the app. People around you ain't slack. And so he do the Yoshinoa thing. Using Drake flow and the response. They've been going back and forth, bro. 2011 to 2025, bro. They've been going back and forth the whole time. But yeah, that's just what's been going on, bro. So it's not even something that folks just making up. This is real lyrics that these dudes is throwing shots at each other for the past decade and a half.
No, they definitely. I mean, I knew, so I didn't know I wasn't listening. I told you before, I didn't really get into Childish Gambino until Royalty Mixtape came out. That was 2012. 2011, I wasn't really rocking with him like that. So I didn't know that lyric right there. But some of the more recent stuff that you talked about, I knew about that. I definitely knew about that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we reached our Drake quota as far as I feel like we have like a Drake conversation every episode now. I don't even remember what the original point was. I think we were talking about. I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad.
I was saying, I agree. I was saying I agree because I definitely, I be feeling like, sometimes I'll be like, I don't even want to talk about the man. It's just Rashad came out just talking about Yeah, Rashad came out with Meet the Grams. I'm telling you, he's drug addict. He's a ball. I was just like, all right, my boy, you gotta chill.
Yeah,
But,
I mean,
but you know, yeah.
no,
But you know, hey, let's say, oh, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say like they have he ain't just Rashad ain't just make that part up though. They have been throwing shots at each other over the year, but I don't think it's no real beef. Like I'm sure they see each other like I feel like they're really the same type of person. I feel like.
Nah, and I believe they've been throwing shots at each other. I was saying it's only the Gambino because he was talking about, so they're talking about, the actors turn rappers and like who's the better one. I'm like, only Gambino fans are talking about that. But, cause and I feel it though. You gotta ride for your dog, bro. So I rock with it, man.
And y'all from Atlanta. That's the craziest part. Y'all from Atlanta.
What you mean? I'm not siding against them.
This man done came down to the city, took the culture, and now the world think that Drake introduced the Migos. What is we doing? Drake did not introduce the Migos.
Now that does annoy me. That people think because Migos was popping for like a good 6 months before.
This is our city. This is our artist right here. Hold on. This is our artist right here, bro. So yes, bro, I'm gonna ride with my city.
Yeah, but it's not no real beef though. Like that's why I'm not finna sit here and choose sides. It's like, yeah, they throw little jabs at each other. It's like, but hey, I feel you, my boy. Hey,
Gambino forever, man.
I rock with them both. Man. I rock with everybody, man.
T.G. Glover, man. Shout out to Lucio Gotti, man. That DNA, Drugs and Alcohol, Volume 2 on the way soon. Shout out to Pop Star Benny, man. Real Atlanta, man. What are we talking about? That's real Atlanta.
Yeah,
shout out to
yeah.
Shout out to the whole royalty crew. For sure.
I think it's all love, bro. I think we can just be fans of everybody. Everybody just make good music, bro. I'm still a Kendrick fan. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't feel the need to hate Kendrick. Like I still rock with Kendrick. So, I enjoy Squabble Up. I enjoy Not Like Us. It's a good song, bro. So it's it's nothing wrong with it. I just think we need to find a way to us as people. I don't think we need to be so divided and hate each other. Hate just because, and that's why my whole thing, as I was saying, bro, we don't know these people, bro. So just appreciate their music. That's all we know. All we know is the music that they're giving us on the surface. It's we don't know these people. We're not with none of these people on the day-to-day, bro. And so it's with that being said, just let's just enjoy the music. I enjoy Gambino, I enjoy Drake. I enjoy Kendrick, I enjoy Drake. I enjoy Jay-Z, I enjoy Nas. You feel me? I enjoy Jim Jones, I enjoy Cam.
Name 5 songs. Name 5 Nas songs right now.
5 Nas songs?
Why you doing right now? Why you do my boy like that?
He said he liked Nas.
Okay, so if I ruled the world, Illmatic. Let's see.
All right, Illmatic is the album. So, but I'm not mad at. I don't like how you just put my boy on the spot like that.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, I didn't say I was the biggest Nas fan. I said I like his music. I mean, if I was saying, it's you try to make it you want to make things so divisive, bro. Everything don't have to be so divisive. I'm just saying in general, I can enjoy
it. Sport, bro. It's war out here, bro. It's a sport. Yes, I'm for the sport of hip hop. Yes, I'm for the device. Nah. Yes, I'm for the hatred in hip hop. Yes,
but what? I'm sorry. I guess it's the God in me, bro. Because we're supposed to be godly men, bro. I'm just keep it a buck, bro. I don't have no hatred in my heart for nothing. It's just yeah, bro. Shoot, I just feel I don't think we need to be. I don't think being divisive helps anything or anybody, bro. And I think that's the problem with
songs that I like right now. Since you think I'm a hater, Feel No Ways. Yeah, you already know that's my favorite Drake song.
You shouldn't even have to think this hard, bro. That's crazy.
The one with Wayne where they doing the alphabet, A B C D E.
Now you got to name the song, bro. Nah, go ahead and name the song since you want. You want
I
to
feel
put me
like
on
this
spot with
every
John?
single
But name a
time.
song.
Boy, I got you. I got us. I'm a hard, gotta get along when get in the zone. When it's I be going on and I just
Ransom.
take it to the ransom. I like So Fly. I'm still fly. I'm sky high, and I dare everybody to clip my wings.
I don't even think that technically was his song. I think that was another Toronto rapper song, but then Drake just kind of took the song over.
I like that song. I like. I like. I like. Oh, I like a bunch of songs on the Savage joint. So you could say the first one.
Her loss.
What's the first song on Her Loss? All you, all of you need to remember who y'all talking to. It's just a lot of gang CEO. And I like the song. When he talking about killing XX Tentacion again. Dang, maybe if I turn it 10, turn it into 10 or 10, then I turn it to then if he held his tongue on it live, he'd be live again. Dang. I like that song too.
Okay.
I like Jimmy Cooks. That's 6.
I'm gonna be real.
I like 0 to 100. That's 7.
What do you finna say, Jelani?
No, I'm saying I'm gonna be real. I feel like when we were like in high school, early college, I feel like there were probably more Drake songs you liked back then than what you admitted now.
What you talking? Hey, chill. No, it's a lot of Drake songs. It's like features, like so. Say like Every Girl and like Bedrock. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of like songs that he's featured on that I like. But I'm trying to think of Drake songs, like songs that are his that I like. That's why I was taking so much time in between each one.
I got you.
Because I could have been like 2 on, all that stuff and everything like that. But those aren't his songs. So.
Hey man, shout out to Donald Glover. You know what I mean? We gotta we gotta keep brown skin and light skin relations peaceful. You know what I mean? So I wanna shout out to both of those men right there.
5 Wale songs, bro, that y'all like.
Oh, easy. I'm gonna go with the MC off of More About Nothing. Not More About Nothing. Yeah, I think that's the mixtape was More About Nothing. The MC, that was my joint. Lotus Flower Bomb for sure. It's not technically his song, but it was on the MMG album, Tats on My Arm. What else? I'm gonna go Pretty Girls with Gucci Mane. I always like that song. I'm trying to think of the last one. I was a big Wale fan at one point. Like The Breeze with Wiz Khalifa. I'll go there.
I say The Trip, The Friends and Strangers, LOVE ... I say Ambition, and let's see what would I say is my last one. Oh, Barry Sanders.
See, I could give you 5 if you include songs that he on. But I'll say this. I'll say BGM is probably my favorite Wale song. It's an offbeat choice. BGM, Girls on Drugs, Ambition. They gonna love me for my ambition. And then this is where I'll go with features. Because I'll probably go with the Fat Trail song, the In My Bag, and then I'll go with like No Hands. But those are 2 features.
Yo, I remember we came back to school
True.
like 10th grade when No Hands was like a new song. That song, like, I just feel like that song just kind of took over out of nowhere. Like out of nowhere, that song was just getting played every 5 minutes on the radio around that time.
Shout out to Drummer Boy for sure.
Oh man, bro, I was at 404 Day. I was at I just went out to Piedmont just to see like what was going on or whatever. Our bro, the DJs in the city, like not the actual DJs from here, but like the transplant DJs are so terrible, man. Like there was a DJ, he played no hands, and he had the party was going up, like it was getting live out there, like the people were starting to dance or whatever. He immediately goes into like an EDM set, like right after that. I was just like, bro, what are you doing? Like it's 404 day. Why are you not playing strictly Atlanta rap right now?
Mo, you went out this past weekend back in the city. First of all, how did it feel to be back in the city? And yeah, what you end up doing?
Man, it was a good feeling, and she went to the 2000s day party. That was a vibe. And yeah, saw Shop Boys perform, Cash Camp perform, Rich Kids, Michael Montana, Roscoe Dash. So yeah, so that was lit. Um, it's crazy, man. It was like just on a, I guess, like girls. It's like I don't know where this trend came from, but girls just like mainly just twerk on their friends now, bro. I think we had talked about this before, but it's just like it was a lot of like throwing song for you to go ahead and throw to. And I remember back in the day, I'm like, this song would have came on, like this is an instant twerk. But yeah, girls just sit there and just twerk on each other. I saw a lot of dudes get curved. I did not go out there. But
You ain't go
That's
out in the field.
embarrassing.
no,
Yeah,
not at all.
yeah, you got to know when it's like a crowd of them, like
And then you in the underground outside too.
there's nowhere to hide.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was partially it though. It was like broad daylight. I think maybe if it was like a 2000s party, like, in like a club or something like that, you know. But yeah, but that was cool. Then I went to the spot called 42 Bar and Grill. That was a cool little spot. It was chill. Um, they had the oxtail pizza there. Oxtail pizza hit. They had some wings that
Mm,
hit too.
that sounds
Yeah,
amazing.
it was.
I'm about to
Yeah,
look this
they're
place up
playing.
right now.
Yeah, 42 Bar and Grill. They play a lot of random music. Like they're playing Clouds by J. Cole. I was just like, it was cool. Like I had like a little hookah, and I was like, this is not the song I was expect to be smoking hookah to right now. Not outside, but it was a vibe. Then I went to Brewdog to watch the fight, and that was chill. That was cool. Linked with the guys, and then afterwards, me, my homegirl, and one of my homeboys, we were going to go to MJQ. It was like about 145, 150. So MJQ, y'all ever heard of MJQ?
Yeah, no, I've been there.
The line be so crazy. You gotta get
Yeah, like the one at not as at the underground.
yeah.
Crazy. I was like, bro,
Oh
this is
yeah,
ridiculous.
I
they
went
moved
there.
it because
Yeah,
they moved it from Ponce de Leon.
yeah. I tried to go there a few weeks ago. It was like me and the person I went with after a certain point was like, we just gonna go to Waffle House because it's kind of nuts.
Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah.
I literally just hit me how like Masquerade was over there off of Ponce de Leon, where what is now Ponce City Market. That used to be Masquerade, and then MJQ across the street from Murder Kroger, and now they're both in underground. I just thought about that.
Yeah.
City,
They're really
city's
trying to build
fun.
up the underground.
Bro, it's
What's
still
up?
it's burnt out, bro. Like I mean, don't get me wrong. Like during the nighttime, like not an MJQ it's you know what I'm saying. Like it's certain events there and things going on. When it's an event going on, it's dope or whatever. But like because I was just out there just during the daytime on some casual, just got off the train at 5 points and was doing something and was looking around. I was like, bro, it's so burnt out here. Like
I mean, but you got to think like the
Facts.
mall is over with. So it's like when underground was lit, it was because malls were lit.
Oh yeah, no, I remember my mom. There used to be the Johnny Rockets underneath there. Like our mom used to take us. Like yeah, no. At one point when we was kids, it was yeah. That was the last time when like downtown Atlanta was still like really popping. I feel like downtown is kind of dead now.
You think it's because Georgia State bought it all up, and it's pretty much like Georgia State's campus now?
That might be a part of it, but I also feel like the city government kind of. I feel like they kind of made it harder for. We wasn't going out to clubs in the 2000s. We was kids, but like I feel like the music and stuff that came from that era, a lot of that was inspired by the black club scene. And I'm talking about real clubs when you could pay like $20 and go dance, and people actually, like Mo was saying, like people actually dancing with each other. Like that version of Atlanta don't exist no more.
Yeah, it's a lot of people just everybody want to be cool now, and then the girls. I said I don't really know. I want to ask a girl, like but I think just because I think partially it's just I don't know, like maybe the fact of like the cameras and stuff. You don't want to go too crazy on a dude because then it's just like that was never a thing like coming up where you like somebody might record you or there's cameras out all the time. So and a lot of times girls be sitting there twerking on their friend with their cameras out, to show I can do it. But then it's like you start twerking on the dude, then it's just like it could seem to me more. I don't know. I really want to ask a girl one day, like, why don't girls twerk on dudes for real like that no more? It's like it'd be a few spots, it'd be a few like moments, but for the most part though, it do not be how it used to be, man.
I know when I'm out with my homegirls and whatnot, a lot of times that's exactly what they say. They just like, I don't want to get caught. I don't want to go viral. You know what I'm saying? Like, because everybody's
Yeah.
recording now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, like, and then you don't want, to dance with the dude, have a good time, and then the dude posted like, oh yeah, yesterday was a movie. You know what I'm saying? And now like the girl, the co-star of your movie. You know what I mean? Like she didn't sign up for that.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that because I can imagine like if you catching especially like the way people used to catch twerks back in the day, like your homeboys holding you up and all that stuff. That's definitely going viral
No,
now.
they did that in you seen Jaden Daniels at his homeboy wedding?
Nah.
Bruh, why is his mom with him
His mom was right there next to him.
at his
But look,
wedding?
I was saying, bro, with the entire Kyron Lacey situation, you notice Jaden ain't never been in no trouble, bro. No baby mama drama. Nobody exposing his screenshots, DMs, screenshotted texts, nothing.
I mean, yeah.
His nose been clean. And I only think it's because his mama right there.
I mean, it's great to have a supportive mom and a mom that cares about you. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like it makes more sense that she's there now that I know that. Now that I know that it's his homeboy's wedding, because I thought it was like somebody else's, like a random, like a teammate or something like that, and he was there. Yeah, we hey, shout out to all the good moms out there.
So yeah, Mo, that's the video. That's a clip. Any thoughts?
Yeah, but like I think like if a girl twerking on you so crazy where like your homeboy gotta hold you up these days, it's like a lot of times like depending on where you at, a lot of times that is a chance to go viral. Because girls don't be throwing it like that no more. So, I went to an event last year, and the dude catching the twerk, I had a random guy, and I was just like, it was over at Piedmont, and I was like, I had to hold him up. He was like, oh, appreciate it, bro. And it was just like, one of the things like, I got you, my guy. Like, but it's just like, moments like that don't really happen. But I think it's like, it should be it just kind of it sucks on the guys end. It's like just to be real, because it's like, bro, like, of course we want to have, like that'd be fun for us too. You feel me? But it's like the girls get to still have that same fun that they used to have, but now they just working on their homegirl, and so they homegirls just sitting there, huh?
No, so we got to be fair though, because I don't know. I feel like the like men, like I feel like we controlled the party scene and the club scene for so long. Like you got to think, like there was an era when the idea, like it's frowned upon now for like if you in the club grabbing girls by the waist or like grabbing their butts or whatever. Like now it's like, yo, you shouldn't be doing that. But it was a long time when you go back and you watch like some of them like old Freaknik clips and things like that. Like it was kind of sketchy for a lot of the ladies outside. You know what I'm saying? I understand now why they be like in their groups to an extent.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I don't know. Like y'all seen the documentary, the Freaknik documentary?
I haven't seen
No.
it yet. I heard of it, but I haven't
that's
watched
exactly what they were saying at the end. Like shout out to Shanti Das, everything like that. What she's doing with mental health advocacy for sure. Atlanta legend. One of the reasons why Outkast even popped due to her street work and everything like that for the label and stuff like that during the Freaknik years. But she was talking about at the end, she was like, it just wasn't as much fun the last couple of years because the dudes were just doing too much. Like you see all them crazy Freaknik clips of like woman spreading it wide open, bending over a car, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of the street. And a lot of dudes will attempt to do that with women, and they like, hold on, player, who you think I am? Like, I just came to dance and like,
everybody
walk around in the street.
Yeah. And I feel like that kind of goes into, the point that I've made a couple of times now, just how like, when I was saying like the shoot your shot thing and how guys kind of do too much, it's like, I do feel like guys do be doing a lot these days. And I mean, guys been doing a lot for a while, honestly, let's be real. And I think it's just now that women are they feel more comfortable with saying no, feel more comfortable with.
I agree with that.
And it's just like now they don't have to put up with the guys doing the most anymore. And so I mean, that's why I say like I'm not mad at it. It is what it is. It's like it sucks, because it's like, yeah, when I hear back that ass up come on, like, I would love to be able to go catch it, like just know I'm finna go catch a twerk. But now it's
I feel you on that.
Yeah, but it's like now it's like you only maybe if you've been talking with the girl, y'all been talking for a good little minute, like while y'all been in the spot, and then the song come on. You feel me? Then it's like, all right, you ain't no telling, or you got a shorty in your section or something like that. The sections kill stuff too. I know y'all done heard that so many times. Like
Man,
sections to kill the club
1,000%.
scene.
Absolutely.
So,
but down here in New Orleans, they still lit, but like. I think it's in large part because everybody be drunk. It's like open containers. But yeah, everybody be lit down here, like dancing and all that in the middle of the street, the sidewalk, the little things and stuff. It's just for me, that ain't really my scene. It's just too much. So at times.
Do you be on bourbon?
No, I mean, no. I've been on bourbon a couple times, but no, I don't be on bourbon like on a like regular occasion. I don't be outside much down here, to be honest. Just because, like last night we had French Quarter Fest this past weekend, and I went out. Technically, when I like walked to the Pelicans game, I walked by like live bands performing, little games and things like that. Just like community stuff and everything that they were doing in honor of French Quarter Fest weekend. And so I'm walking by, I'm enjoying it. I'm filming some stuff with my phone, everything, keeping it moving, enjoying the music, bopping my head, going to where I need to go to. And, I go back home and like, I think I slept and then I woke up, I did some YouTube and that was it, right, for the night. Look up, 4 people shot on Decatur Street. You know what I'm saying? That's right around the corner. That's like on Canal, like the main kind of strip of New Orleans and everything like that on Canal. Over there, kind of like one of those side streets over there and stuff like that. So that's exactly why I be inside, bro. Because like, especially like when a lot of folks out here, down here in the 504, bro, it's crazy. These folks is crazy. I mean, it's a fun city. Like I'm not talking down on New Orleans. Like I love New Orleans. It's fun. It's the best city I've been to. outside of my hometown of Atlanta. So I definitely enjoy being down here, and the food is amazing. But it is crazy, so I stay inside. And then plus I'm older now, so it's kind of easier for me to stay inside.
Yeah, if I lived in New Orleans, bro, I'd be on Zion time, just straight seafood and OnlyFans stars.
Right.
Yeah, Zion in trouble, bro. Like, cause old girl at first when he got her pregnant and they did the baby shower and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, all right, this is the good girl, right? Like Mariah Mills was like, what I'm saying, he just getting out his fantasies, chasing Mariah Mills and stuff. But this the good girl, this the main one he wiping up, this and that. Bruh, I did not know this lady is the lady that went viral from the fight in New York when the two strippers fighting in New York.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I ain't know that that's where
Yeah.
Zion found his girl from. I said, Zion. And now
Hey
the girl
man.
done allegedly fought somebody else. She got arrested. Your name back in the news for the woman you dealing with. And I'm like, Zion, bro.
Whew, yeah. Oh, bad Mo. Was you gonna say something? I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
Oh no, you good.
Oh yeah, no. I was just listen, man. Yeah. Once you at a certain level of fame, like Zion, you see it with Anthony Edwards too. I mean, you gotta. It's like on one hand, I can't criticize him at all because if I had that type of money, not even at their age, I'm older than him, but like even right now, bro, if I had a certain amount of money, like I said, like it's certain flights being booked. You know what I mean? So like I can't even be mad at them, but you gotta. It's a slippery slope, bro. Like I can't tell somebody with that much money how they should live their life because I don't know exactly how much I would do.
What'd you think, Mo?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I do feel I agree with Jelani where you can't really tell them, what to do, but it is you will wish that they have more guidance around them with some of this stuff. But I mean, hey, you know, it's you're looking for a good time, not a long time. And I'm sure the girl would be a good time, you feel me? So like, hey, I ain't mad at him.
I was
He just need to
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna just say he just need to get in shape, stay in shape. That's the biggest thing. He just if he was hooping, then it just a lot of this stuff wouldn't be as big of a deal.
That's
But
Zion,
true.
he in the lowest weight of his career right now.
but it just and it's good that he's finally doing that. But it's just like are you going to stay there, and are you going to be able to stay healthy?
If he keeps the condition that he was in pretty much ever since he came back, like I say from February to the end of the season, if he stays in that shape, he should be good. He should be good to go. But like you said, can he maintain that for an entire season? We haven't seen that, And as y'all know, like with big folks, like we all know big folks that big 1 month, the next month they lose the weight, they skinny, and then big 2 months later, again and stuff like that, fluctuating weight. So we know people like that for sure, where it's easy for them to gain weight, and then they work hard to lose the weight, but it's easy for them to gain weight, so they gain it back. So we'll see if Zion can hold on to the shape he's been in this past season, for an entire year, for sure on the court. But even like you say, Anthony Edwards is producing on the court, and this is still something Anthony Edwards gets called out for. I know for me, like Jelani said, you don't know until you put in those shoes. Like, so for me, obviously, well, it's not obvious if you don't know me, but like, I waited a long time, what I'm saying, to get really active in the game. And it's like, once I got active shortly after, I started going on the road for work. And it was like to the point where I'm leaving town once a week. And, like, then my mind started kind of correlating, like, what I'm saying? The hotel room with like, if I'm going to the hotel, I'm like, I gotta bring back somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like in a hotel room, because I'm just used to having someone in the hotel room with me. And so like before I look up, few months later, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of wilding. Like, how'd I even, you know what I'm saying, get this far? You know what I'm saying? And then at that point, I kind of had to check myself and like, okay, I need to have a little more discipline, start saying no a little more. But beyond that, just don't even reach out or like, you know what I'm saying, speak because you know yourself. Like I know myself on the road. If I speak to somebody, woo woo, like it's just a bad combination. So it's like I recognized that within myself after a while, and I was like, I gotta chill. I gotta slow up because this is the way I'm headed. I don't want to go that way. And especially after finding out like I had an older sister who was 30 years old, you know what I'm saying? I'm 28 when I found out about her. And I'm like, dang, my dad was rolling like this, or he ain't even know he had a whole nother child. I don't want no children I don't know about. And I found out about 30 years later, you know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, as grown men, even with the most riches and the most like resources to you available, at some point you do look at yourself and like, yo, I am kind of wilding. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's just a matter of fact of I'm wilding, I'm gonna keep going with it, or I'm wilding, I'm gonna get right. And you know, I think they're aware and they're conscious of it. It's not just something that kind of just happens and it's like, oh, I had so much money and so many women, I couldn't stop, you know.
Right.
Yeah, listen, having proper penis management and discretion will save you a lot of money in the long run.
Man, speak on it. But yeah, man, that's it. That's pretty much all I have for that. Is there anything else that y'all want to talk about? Anything as we close into the 2 hour mark?
No, I think we for this week, unless you have something else that y'all want to bring up.
Yo, do y'all look cockeyed people in the eyes, or do you be trying to avoid it?
That's a good question. Sometimes I try to like, cause when they look at you in the eyes, it's like now I feel the pressure of like I gotta show you that respect back. But then it's like,
Yeah.
so I think I try to, and then it's like I know their pupils are facing a different way, a different direction, but I'm gonna look at you still out of respect. But like every now and then, but I'm definitely looking away more often than I would with any other person that I'm making eye contact with. So it's more like a yeah, yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to yeah, yeah. No, I know what you're saying because I don't know if you're looking at me or not for real, for real. And so I say that for sure with cockeyed.
I ain't mean to yawn into the mic. My bad, guys. No, I don't know if I've ever met like. I'm trying to think if I've ever met like a really noticeably cockeyed person ever in my life. I feel like I've only seen them in like pictures and things like that. But I don't know. I feel like I'll probably like look them in the forehead if anything while I'm talking to them.
So it's like I was thinking about the college. It's this one chick that got like a real like, or she got a lazy eye, and it made me think. I was like, you know, like I was looking at her, and it's like you say you want to show them that respect of like, I'm gonna treat you like a normal person, but then it'd be like, but you like, are you finna be like, is he just sitting here looking at my lazy eye or looking at my cock eye? Like, so then it'd be like, all right, let me kind of look away a little bit. But yeah, it was just something I was like thinking about. I was like, I wonder, how do people handle this?
I got a lazy eye too, though. It's a little. My camera quality not that good, so you can't notice as much. But I'm shout out to Forrest Whitaker and the lazy eye community.
Yeah, I got an eye that tends to drift sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really make eye contact too much with people. Like I usually like do this and I just kind of keep it moving for real, for real. But yeah,
Well,
I got an eye that drift off.
I mean, I kind of meant one like, not like just
not
like
no. You saying like a real. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and like one eye over here and the other eye right here. You feel me? Like
yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Like where But yeah, 'cause, I feel like if you had like just a normal lazy, like a lazy eye like that, yeah, kind of like that. But yeah, man. But shoot, yeah. Yo, last thing, who's y'all childhood crushes?
Beyonce. Um, that was probably like the main one because I was like 7, 8 years old when Crazy in Love came out, and then a few years later it was the Check Up video with some Thug, and yeah, so definitely Beyonce for sure was like probably my number one up until I started exploring, the internet. If you get what I'm saying, as a middle schooler,
Right.
early high schooler around that time.
Hey, yo, that's crazy, but I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah,
It slowly shifted to Pinky.
exactly, and a few others.
Shoot, I'll say I ain't gonna hold you. You know who was like my number one growing up?
Who
Topanga.
it had to be the reruns because that show was on in the '90s. So yeah, that makes sense. The reruns of Boy Meets World.
Yeah, Topanga and I used to love Kelly Kapowski.
You was a bunny hopper.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. If it was snowing, I was going.
Pamela Anderson was one for me too, though. When I was a kid.
Oh yeah, but Pamela Anderson. It was like, see, the thing is, when we were kids, bro, I felt like a Niecy Nash, a Pamela Anderson, like a who the lady that sing Jolene, Dolly Parton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I feel like it was more of a commodity back then. Like it was like, oh, these are bigger than usual. Nowadays, it's like it's normal, like because of BBLs, bro. That BBL done messed it all up, man.
Khalees too in the Milkshake video. She was on.
I don't think I knew how
yeah.
Khalees looked like then. I just knew the song. What's up, Mo?
My bad. I was thinking about another favorite snow bunny growing up. Fran from The Nanny.
Oh, Fran is bad, boy. Fran
Yeah,
is
on that show,
bad.
she was super fly too. Like she was getting some fits off
She
on that
put it
show.
on. She looked the same now too.
I
She was
believe it.
so fine. She had that voice, and you didn't even care about the voice was like what it was.
Right.
No, she was top tier for sure. Oh, you know which other one? Like first couple of seasons, maybe like season 1, season 2. Carrie Heffernan from King of Queens.
You say
The first 2 seasons, she was first 2 or 3 seasons of King of
what was her
Queens.
name?
His wife, Carrie Heffernan, that was her name.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, her name was Leah Remini in real life.
I know who
Yeah,
Scientology.
Scientology
Yeah.
lady.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first couple
Hold on.
seasons,
I'm
bro,
pulling it
she
up.
was,
I'm
she
pulling it up.
was, yeah,
Nah, facts.
Yeah. No. That's quality. That's quality. That's
yeah.
quality.
Back then, oh yeah,
Yeah. That's quality for sure. That's quality.
Yeah.
I gotta go with shout out my dog, man. Alana Etheridge from Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? For
Whoa,
sure.
hold on. You
But
talking about
like,
back when you were a kid? Okay,
yeah,
you want to
it's
clarify?
childhood crushes, man.
Back when he was a kid.
So
Yeah.
like I found her, I kept up with her through social media or whatever throughout the years. And she will always respond like, thank you for remembering me and this and that. But every time I shoot my shot, I get ghosted. I'm like, oh, brother, isn't that? I name dropped her in the song. I say, yo, I name dropped you in the song. Check it out. She just read it and just ignored it. I'm like, dang, I ain't even get no good song or like, hey, shout out, thank you for the shout out. She just played me, but she over there in San Diego. I think she like a flight attendant now and things of that sort. So shout out to Alana Etheridge. But that was one. Let me go back to Kelly or the Topanga. Another one was, man, hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can find these pictures though, because they might not be They still on the internet. Oh, that's crazy. This was another one. Tinashe, bro. She was in Out of Jimmy's Head. It was a show on Cartoon Network. I was in the 6th grade. I was like, this is the hottest girl I've ever seen in my life, bro. I was in love with Tinashe, bro.
Yo, do y'all remember when somebody made that fake Tinashe account
Bro,
and was following
and
everybody
yeah,
on Marietta?
back then people didn't know who Tinashe was, and I knew who Tinashe was. I was like, bro, this is Tinashe. And like, cause Mo was like, yo, hey, it's a fake account. And he was like, but she bad though. I said, bro, it's Tinashe, bro. She part of this group called the Stunners. I gave him the whole rundown. Cause I used to be obsessed with Tinashe, bro. And I met her once, but she was like just walking by. She ain't stopped for me. I just said, yo, what's up? Hey, Tinashe. She said, hey. And that was it, bro. And I'm like, I waited my whole life for this moment, and I only got a hey. But shout out to Tinashe, though, for sure. But she was
Shout
one
out
of
to
them.
her.
Yeah, that's back when I feel like light skinned girls not as popping as they used to be, but that's back when light skinned girls was like they were still, you know what I mean? Not to get sidetracked, I feel like there's not as many Blasian women on Earth as there used to be. I feel like there used to be a lot of Blasians at one point.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm
they
thinking
keep
about. Yeah, go ahead.
staying to themselves now.
They in the house. That makes sense. Okay, maybe that's it.
It's a lot of Blasians I don't even be knowing are Blasian. But yeah, 100%. Because you think about Janae Aiko.
You know who the top Blasian, the finest Blasian right now?
Who?
Her, the singer.
Oh,
fact.
her. Oh, yeah. Her became fine, bro. Like, I was thinking
Oh,
about that, seeing her, like,
she's like number one for me right now. Like her and Chloe
Yeah,
Bailey.
she's
Like,
been
man, shout out to Gabrielle, bro. What's her name? Gabrielle Wilson?
that's when she was a kid or whatever. Yeah, but that's her government though. But yeah,
But she going by that again now.
no, I don't think she. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe as an actress.
look, see? She going back by Gabriella Wilson again. Dang, child prodigy. She was on Sway in the morning. She was freestyling. Hold on, let me see if I put the A. Yeah, see, she going by Gabriella now. She don't go by her no more.
Okay,
yeah.
Gosh dang.
so I'm saying she elite. Yeah,
And the hair is crazy too. And she be supporting women's athletics. Shouts out to her, bro, for sure. She definitely became her. But yeah. But those were my two main those were my first childhood crushes that I could remember. Was Alana Etheridge from Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, and then Tinashe. Those were my first two crushes that I remember. Celebrity crushes. And y'all said it was that it for the celebrity crushes, childhood celebrity crushes?
yeah. Those are the main ones I could think of.
I wanted to do one shout out, bro. And this is a hard pivot. This ain't got nothing to do with childhood crushes. So pause, everything like that. I did want to do one shout out. So I'll put the disclaimer out there. We all good? Everybody say good?
Good.
All right, cool beans. Zach Fox, bro. Shout out to Zach Fox, man. Everything like he been doing, bro. Like Zach Fox is a huge, like, kind of just inspiration for him to come from the east side, to him to come from Atlanta and do all the things he's doing, bro. From like, he don't even rap anymore. And I hate that he stopped rapping because like I enjoy his rap. But like he's touring the world now. He's been doing it for like the past year just as a strictly DJ. And I do miss when he rapped and made music and stuff like that. But he's just doing whatever makes him happy now. I saw him. Dolce brought him out at Stanford over the weekend. Everybody cheered him on and stuff like that. He's still doing his acting thing. Shout out to Abbott Elementary. Shout out Quentin Brunson. Everything like that. Did we talk about Quentin Brunson being single again now? Shout out to Quentin Brunson. Maybe she get a Black King this time. We'll see what happens. But yeah, man. Shout out to Zach Fox because like a real Renaissance man for sure. He calls himself a Negressance man. But shout out to him, dog. Very inspiring stuff.
Extremely talented guy. You know, he's definitely been killing it the last few years. I remember when you used to just be like on Twitter, like trolling and stuff like that. So, yeah, no, the come up's been crazy.
Awful Records, another Awful Records product.
No,
And shout out to
facts.
them.
Yes.
Anybody you want to shout out, Mo?
Nah, I can't think of anybody at the moment.
Jelani,
Oh,
anybody?
shout out to
Oh,
hmm. Oh my bad, I gotta look up his name. Rich Dan Famous. Rich Dan Famous. That boy that made Bibles over Birkins.
hard. I
You
was
heard
listening
Bibles?
to that. I was listening to that before we pulled up the dang before we got on the episode, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Bibles over Birkins, bro, might be the hardest joint out right now, bro. Bibles over Birkins. It was kind of like, it kind of remind me of everybody's reaction when MK Slat first came out with making Christian hip hop, and like MK Slat went viral for it with the Demon Slayer and everything. And then when also Emmanuel the Prophet went viral for one of his songs and stuff like that over the Detroit beats. Nobody really heard that Christian rap over Detroit beats and stuff. So yeah, definitely shout out to Rich Dan Famous for, you know, breaking through the mainstream with the mainstream kind of Christian hip hop record. It's going viral right now. I'm seeing it on social media. Mo was the first person to send it to me where I stopped and listened to it, but other people were sending it to me beforehand, and I just didn't click on it. But yeah, like shout out to Rich Dan Famous for sure. Um, Shout out to Shad to God for sure. As a fellow Rashad, I feel like he's a bit like probably a couple notches higher than me in terms of most important Rashads in Atlanta history. But I'm working, you know what I'm saying? I'm climbing the ranks. I'm climbing the ladder. Like I'm definitely top 10 most important Rashads in Atlanta history. I'm stamping that. But
That's a
shout out to
fact.
God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But shout to God for sure. The double right song, and he got one with Key. Both of those joints is hard. He released them this year, so shout to God. Okay, Jelani, who you shouting out, man?
I'm gonna shout out um for crying at the Tell concert in Brooklyn. I don't know if you guys saw that video, but he saw his favorite artist or one of his favorite artists, Vibe Cartel, live in concert and broke down crying. And yeah, I respect the passion. Um, Safari did help write for a long time for one of the greatest rappers of all time. So get a man his credit. Shout out to Safari.
And he did the backup dancing.
That is true. He was like her main uh yeah, backup dancer, hype man for a long time.
That man said, "Starships are meant to fly, hands up and touch the sky." Shout out, man. Shout out Safari, man, because like definitely, like, and you, a lot of people, right? We will all agree. A lot of people will say that's Nicki's peak.
When she was with
Pink Friday one, the first Pink Friday. A lot of people will say that's her.
overall popularity wise for sure.
Yeah.
This was the man behind it. So
No,
shout out to
facts.
Safari, man.
Salute Safari.
All right, fellas, is that it for today? This week?
I think that's it for
Yes,
this episode.
Great potting, young boys. Great potting, young boys, man. Man, we went over 2 hours. Good content. Unfortunately, we did spend 30, 45 minutes on Drake again. But other than that, a great episode. As always, I'm Rashad. This is Jelani. This is Mo. Where can the people find you on social media?
Find me on social media at Jelani underscore Jelani 2 underscores. We currently in the process of setting up a TikTok page, so you might see us on your TikTok for you page sometime soon.
Facts. And shoot, your boy RB Mo. Find me on Instagram at RB Mo ____. Find me on TikTok at Rubber Band Mo. You feel me? Shoot, or Monos _ on X.
Hey, what it is? Rubber Band Man. Wild is a Taliban 9, am I right?
T.I. lean, not
Live.
seeing your lean. T.I. fitted, not seeing yours. The mathematics is crazy with the angle.
Sir, defying
Sir,
gravity.
sir.
But all right, young boys, we out for the week. Y'all take care of yourselves. Thank y'all for tuning in for another edition of the show. 520, we coming for y'all. Hey, what's up with the 3v3? What T? Say T, be hen. I seen the jumper. Hey, I know T might get us on a couple buckets, but hey, the other two, they got to play us too. What's good with the 3v3? 1 a.m. versus 520. I'm putting it out there right now. We'll see y'all when you see y'all. Hey, we out. Until next week. Peace.